We are more than just our physical bodies. We are beings of energy and light, interconnected by an invisible web that weaves through the cosmos. Our minds are not confined to the limits of our skulls, but extend outwards, touching other minds, other realities. Telepathy, that extraordinary dance of consciousness, is a whisper of this interconnectedness, a glimpse into the boundless potential of the human spirit.
Have you ever experienced a series of events that seemed so perfectly aligned, so incredibly meaningful, that they defied mere chance? Like when you're thinking about an old friend, and suddenly they call you out of the blue, or when you're struggling with a problem, and a random book falls open to the exact page with the solution. These uncanny coincidences, these moments of aha, are what Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, called synchronicity. He believed that synchronicities are glimpses into a deeper order, a hidden connection between our inner world and the outer reality. It's like the universe is whispering to us, guiding us, and revealing the interconnectedness of all things. Jung saw synchronicities as more than just random events. He believed they carry profound meaning, reflecting our unconscious thoughts, feelings, and intentions. They can act as signposts, guiding us towards our true path and helping us to understand ourselves better. And this is where the work of Dr. Jacobo Grinberg becomes so relevant. Grinberg's research into telepathy and the interconnectedness of consciousness aligns with Jung's concept of synchronicity, suggesting that there's a deeper level of reality where our minds are intertwined with the fabric of the universe. Grinberg's Syntergic Theory proposes that we are all connected through a universal field of information, the lattice, which could explain how synchronicities manifest as meaningful connections between our inner world and the outer reality. By exploring the work of both Jung and Grinberg, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the mysteries of consciousness and the interconnectedness of all things. We can learn to pay attention to the synchronicities in our lives, to listen to the whispers of the universe, and to trust the guidance that they offer. If you've ever wondered what your mind is truly capable of, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the groundbreaking research of Dr. Jacobo Grinberg, a visionary neuroscientist who dared to explore the mysteries of telepathy and the hidden potential of the human mind. But first, let's rewind a bit. The idea of telepathy has been around for centuries, captivating cultures across the globe. Ancient myths and legends are filled with stories of mind-to-mind communication, from psychic connections between twins to ancient oracles receiving messages from the gods. Even today, telepathy is a popular theme in science fiction, sparking our imagination and making us wonder, what if? The scientific quest to understand telepathy began in the late 19th century with the rise of parapsychology. Early pioneers like J.B. Rhine conducted experiments with cards and symbols, trying to prove that information could be transmitted from one mind to another without the use of the senses. These early studies, though controversial, laid the groundwork for the research that would come later. Enter Dr. Jacobo Grinberg, a Mexican neuroscientist who wasn't afraid to challenge the status quo. He believed that consciousness wasn't just a product of the brain, but something far more expansive, connected to a universal field of information. This is where his groundbreaking Syntergic Theory comes in. Imagine a network of energy connecting all minds, like a cosmic internet. That's the lattice, a mind-blowing concept that could explain telepathy and other extraordinary abilities. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of Dr. Grinberg's research, his experiments, his theories, and the controversy surrounding his work. We'll dive deep into the science behind telepathy, the challenges of studying this elusive phenomenon, and the potential implications for our understanding of the mind and the nature of reality. Get ready for a mind-bending journey. But before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed to Beyond the Pathway and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos about the mysteries of the mind. And if you know someone who would love this topic, share this video with them. Get ready for a mind-blowing journey into the human mind and the mysteries of consciousness. In this section, we'll explore Dr. Jacobo Grinberg's Syntergic Theory, a revolutionary concept that could completely change how we understand reality and our place in the universe. Imagine that your mind isn't just confined to your brain, but extends beyond your body, connecting to a universal field of information, a cosmic web of energy and consciousness. This is the essence of Syntergic Theory, Dr. Grinberg's masterpiece, which challenges traditional scientific views and invites us to rethink the nature of reality. According to this theory, our consciousness constantly interacts with this universal field, which Grinberg called the lattice, or holographic matrix. Think of it like an invisible web that connects all minds, all living beings, and even the universe as a whole. It's as if we're all connected by a cosmic internet, sharing information and experiences on a deep, unconscious level. At the heart of Syntergic Theory is the idea that reality isn't fixed and objective, but rather a construction of our consciousness interacting with the lattice. Our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions shape the reality we experience, and this reality, in turn, influences our consciousness. It's a cosmic dance of interaction and interdependence, where the mind and the universe intertwine in a constant flow of creation and transformation. So, where does telepathy fit into all of this? Grinberg believed that telepathy is a natural consequence of our interconnectedness through the lattice. When two minds achieve a state of neuronal synchrony, their brainwave patterns become aligned, allowing for the direct transfer of information through this cosmic web. It's like two brains dancing in perfect harmony, sharing thoughts and emotions without the need for words or any physical signals. But how does the brain actually participate in this telepathic dance? Grinberg's research focused on understanding the neural mechanisms involved in telepathy. He believed that specific areas of the brain, particularly those associated with perception, emotion, and intuition, play a key role in facilitating this extraordinary communication. Studies in neuroscience have shown that certain brainwave frequencies, like alpha and theta waves, are associated with relaxed and meditative states, where our awareness expands and our connection to the lattice might be enhanced. Grinberg suggested that by cultivating these brainwave states, we could potentially enhance our telepathic abilities. Syntergic Theory doesn't just challenge our understanding of the brain, it also expands our view of the universe. It suggests that there's a hidden order, a deeper level of reality, where everything is interconnected. This resonates with ideas proposed by physicist David Bohm, who spoke of an implicate order, a hidden dimension that gives rise to the reality we experience. And it's not just modern science that echoes these ideas. Ancient traditions, like the concept of Akashic records in Hinduism and Buddhism, also speak of a universal field of information that stores all knowledge and experiences. Even Carl Jung, with his concept of the collective unconscious, tapped into this idea of a shared consciousness that transcends individual minds. And then there's the intriguing world of quantum physics, where particles can be entangled instantaneously, affecting each other regardless of distance. Could this be another manifestation of the interconnectedness that Grinberg described? It's a question that continues to fascinate scientists and mystics alike, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of reality. The mysteries of consciousness have captivated philosophers and scientists for centuries. What is this intangible essence that allows us to experience the world, to think, to feel, to dream? Is it simply a product of the brain, or is there something more, something that transcends the physical realm? Grinberg's Syntergic Theory offers a tantalizing glimpse into this enigmatic realm, suggesting that consciousness is not limited to the individual mind, but is part of a vast interconnected web that extends throughout the cosmos. The concept of the lattice opens up a world of possibilities. Imagine a future where we can access information directly from this universal field, where knowledge and wisdom are no longer confined to books or teachers, but are readily available to anyone who can tune in. Imagine a world where we can communicate telepathically, share experiences instantaneously, and collaborate on a global scale with unprecedented ease and efficiency. The potential is truly mind-boggling. Syntergic theory isn't just a scientific concept. It has profound implications for our personal lives. It suggests that we are all interconnected, that our thoughts and emotions have a ripple effect on the world around us. By understanding and harnessing the power of the lattice, we can tap into our full potential, create a more harmonious reality, and live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. It's a call to awaken to our true nature as conscious beings, interconnected and empowered. Dr. Grinberg wasn't just a theorist, he was a scientist who wanted to put his ideas to the test. He designed a series of rigorous experiments to capture evidence of telepathy in a controlled laboratory setting. And let me tell you, these experiments were far from ordinary. First things first, he needed the right participants. Grinberg believed that people with close emotional bonds, like close friends or family members, would have a stronger telepathic connection. He also looked for individuals with experience in meditation or other practices that could enhance their mental focus and awareness. Next, he needed to create the perfect environment for telepathy to flourish. Imagine a room shielded from any electromagnetic interference, a sanctuary where the only communication possible is from mind to mind. This is where the Faraday cage comes in, a special chamber that blocks out any external signals that could interfere with the experiment. Now, to get the participants' minds in sync, Grinberg used a combination of relaxation and meditation techniques. He guided them into a calm and focused state, helping them to quiet their mental chatter and open themselves to the possibility of telepathic communication. With the participants relaxed and focused, it was time for the experiment to begin. One participant, the sender, was exposed to a series of stimuli, like flashing lights, sounds, or images. The other participant, the receiver, was kept in complete sensory isolation, with no way of knowing what the sender was experiencing. Throughout the experiment, Grinberg used EEG to monitor the brainwave activity of both participants. This allowed him to track the subtle changes in their brain patterns and look for any signs of correlation or synchronicity. After collecting the brainwave data, Grinberg used sophisticated statistical techniques to analyze the results. He was searching for any significant correlations between the brain activity of the sender and the receiver, any sign that information was being transmitted from one mind to another. Grinberg's methodology was inspired by earlier telepathy research, like the Ganzfeld experiments. where participants were placed in a state of mild sensory deprivation. However, Grinberg added his own unique twist, using meditation and relaxation techniques to further enhance the participants' mental state and receptivity. Okay, now for the moment of truth. What did Grinberg actually find in his experiments? Did he manage to capture evidence of telepathy? The short answer is yes. In a significant number of his experiments, Grinberg found statistically significant correlations between the brainwave patterns of the sender and the receiver. This means that the brain activity of the two participants was synchronized, even though they were in separate rooms and had no way of communicating through normal sensory channels. Think about it. Their brains were literally dancing together, even though their bodies were miles apart. It's like their minds were connected by an invisible thread, sharing information through the mysterious lattice. Now, these correlations weren't always huge, and the results weren't always consistent across all participants. But the fact that they appeared at all, and that they were statistically significant, is pretty mind-blowing. It suggests that something extraordinary was happening, something that defied conventional explanations. And guess what? Grinberg's findings weren't isolated incidents. Other researchers like Dean Radin and Roger Nelson have also found evidence of mind-matter interaction and non-local communication in their experiments. Radin, for example, has conducted studies showing that people can unconsciously influence the outcome of random events, like the flip of a coin, with their thoughts. Nelson, on the other hand, has explored the phenomenon of global consciousness, where major world events seem to influence the output of random number generators around the world. These findings, taken together, suggest that there's more to consciousness than we realize, and that the mind has the potential to influence reality in ways that we're only beginning to understand. So, what did these mind-boggling results actually mean? How did Grinberg make sense of the synchronized brain dances he observed in his experiments? Well, he saw it all through the lens of his amazing Syntergic Theory. Remember that cosmic web, the lattice, connecting all of our minds? Grinberg believed that the correlations he observed in his participants' brainwaves were a direct manifestation of their minds interacting through this lattice. It's like their brains were communicating through a secret, invisible channel, bypassing the usual senses and limitations of space and time. This interpretation challenges everything we thought we knew about communication and the nature of consciousness. It suggests that we are all interconnected in ways we never imagined, capable of sharing thoughts and emotions on a deeper level than we ever thought possible. Grinberg's findings have profound implications for our understanding of the human mind. They suggest that consciousness is not just a product of the brain, but something far more expansive, something that transcends the limitations of the physical body. It's like our minds are part of a larger, interconnected symphony, constantly exchanging information and influencing each other in ways we're only beginning to grasp. And think about what this means for the future of communication. Imagine a world where we can understand each other instantly, without the need for words or technology. Imagine the possibilities for collaboration, empathy, and global unity. Grinberg's research opens up a world of possibilities, inviting us to explore the untapped potential of the human mind and the boundless potential of consciousness. As we've explored, those uncanny coincidences, those moments of aha, are what Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, called synchronicity. He believed that synchronicities are glimpses into a deeper order, a hidden connection between our inner world and the outer reality. It's like the universe is whispering to us, guiding us, and revealing the interconnectedness of all things. Jung saw synchronicities as more than just random events. He believed they carry profound meaning, reflecting our unconscious thoughts, feelings, and intentions. They can act as signposts, guiding us towards our true path and helping us to understand ourselves better. But how can we learn to recognize and interpret these synchronicities? How can we tune in to the whispers of the universe and allow them to guide us? Synchronicities often speak to us through symbols, metaphors, and archetypes. They may appear in dreams, in chance encounters, or in the seemingly random events of our daily lives. For example, you might be struggling with a decision, and suddenly you come across a quote or a passage in a book that offers the perfect guidance. Or perhaps you're feeling lost and uncertain, and a symbolic image or dream appears, offering clues and insights into your current situation. Learning to recognize the language of synchronicity requires paying attention to our intuition, our dreams, and the subtle signs and symbols that appear in our lives. It's about cultivating a sense of openness and curiosity, allowing ourselves to be surprised and guided by the unexpected. Synchronicities can manifest in countless ways, often appearing when we least expect them. Here are a few examples of how synchronicities might show up in our lives. Meeting the right person at the right time. You might be searching for a new job, and a chance encounter with a stranger leads to a perfect opportunity. Receiving unexpected support. You might be facing a challenge and a friend or family member offers the exact help you need, even though they had no idea what you were going through. Finding the missing piece of the puzzle. You might be working on a project or trying to solve a problem, and a sudden insight or a coincidence provides the missing piece of information. Experiencing a sense of déjà vu. You might feel like you've been in a certain situation before, even though you know you haven't. This could be a sign that you're on the right track, or that you're repeating a pattern from the past. Synchronicities remind us that our inner world and the outer reality are not separate but deeply intertwined. They invite us to pay attention to the subtle connections between our thoughts, feelings, and intentions, and the events that unfold around us. By recognizing and interpreting synchronicities, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our relationships, and our place in the universe. We can learn to trust our intuition, follow our inner guidance, and live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. So, keep your eyes and your mind open to the synchronicities in your life. You might be surprised at the wisdom and guidance they offer. While Grinberg's research on telepathy has yielded fascinating results, it's also essential to acknowledge that his work has been met with its fair share of skepticism and criticism. This is not unexpected, as any groundbreaking research that challenges conventional scientific paradigms is bound to generate debate and scrutiny. Some scientists have raised concerns about the rigor of Grinberg's experimental methods. They point to potential methodological flaws that could have influenced the results, such as 1. Inadequate controls. Critics argue that some of Grinberg's experiments lacked adequate controls, such as double-blind procedures, which could have introduced bias and influenced the results. For example, subtle cues from the experimenter or the environment might have inadvertently provided information to the receiver. 2. Experimenter bias. Grinberg's strong belief in the existence of telepathy could have unconsciously influenced his interactions with the participants or his interpretation of the data. This is a common challenge in any research involving subjective experiences, and it's important to acknowledge the potential for bias. 3. Difficulties in replication. Some researchers have found it challenging to replicate Grinberg's findings, raising questions about the reliability and generalizability of his results. Replication is a cornerstone of the scientific method, and difficulties in replicating findings can cast doubt on their validity, even among those who acknowledge the intriguing correlations observed in Grinberg's experiments. There's debate about the interpretation of these findings. Some researchers argue that alternative explanations. The observed correlations could be due to chance, statistical anomalies, or other factors unrelated to telepathy. It's important to consider alternative explanations and rule them out before drawing conclusions about the existence of telepathy. Lack of conclusive evidence. Despite Grinberg's findings and other supportive studies, critics argue that the evidence for telepathy remains inconclusive. They emphasize the need for more rigorous research and consistent replication of results before telepathy can be accepted as a scientific fact. The debate surrounding telepathy and Grinberg's research highlights the ongoing tension between open-mindedness and skepticism within the scientific community. While some researchers are willing to explore unconventional ideas and challenge established paradigms, others remain cautious and emphasize the importance of rigorous methodology and empirical evidence. Prominent skeptics like Susan Blackmore and Ray Hyman have voiced their concerns about the methodological flaws and lack of conclusive evidence in parapsychological research, including telepathy studies. They urge caution in interpreting the findings and emphasize the need for further investigation. On the other hand, proponents of telepathy research, such as Dean Radin, argue that the cumulative evidence from various studies warrants further exploration, and that a more open-minded approach is needed to understand the full potential of human consciousness. This ongoing debate is a healthy part of the scientific process, driving further research and refining our understanding of the mind and its capabilities. While the existence of telepathy remains a topic of controversy, the research of Dr. Jacobo Grinberg and others has undoubtedly pushed the boundaries of scientific inquiry and sparked important conversations about the nature of consciousness and the potential of the human mind. Dr. Jacobo Grinberg may be gone, but his legacy lives on. His bold research and mind-bending theories have forever changed how we think about consciousness, telepathy, and the incredible potential of the human mind. Grinberg's work has been a game-changer in neuroscience. His emphasis on interconnected minds and a universal field of information has inspired researchers to explore uncharted territories in consciousness research. Prominent neuroscientists like Christoph Koch recognize the importance of considering unconventional perspectives like Grinberg's. His research has also sparked further investigation into altered states of consciousness, like meditation and mindfulness, and their potential for unlocking extraordinary abilities like telepathy. Grinberg was a true pioneer in the scientific study of telepathy. He was among the first to conduct controlled experiments using EEG to measure brain activity, providing evidence for mind-to-mind communication. While controversial, his findings have fueled further research and debate, encouraging scientists to explore telepathy with open minds and rigorous methods. Grinberg's vision extends beyond telepathy. His work has implications for the future of consciousness research and human potential. Imagine a world where telepathy is commonplace, where we can connect with loved ones across any distance, access universal knowledge, and heal with our minds. Grinberg's research has laid the groundwork for this extraordinary future, inspiring us to continue exploring the mysteries of consciousness and pushing the boundaries of human potential. Dr. Jacobo Grinberg's groundbreaking research on telepathy and interconnected consciousness has forever changed our understanding of the mind and the universe. His bold ideas and pioneering experiments have challenged conventional scientific paradigms and opened up new frontiers for exploration. Grinberg's work suggests that our minds are not isolated entities, but rather interconnected nodes in a vast network of consciousness. This interconnectedness, he believed, could explain the phenomenon of telepathy, as well as the mysterious coincidences known as synchronicities. By exploring the work of Grinberg and other researchers, we can begin to understand the true potential of the human mind and the incredible interconnectedness of all things. We can learn to trust our intuition, pay attention to the synchronicities in our lives, and embrace the possibility of a deeper, more meaningful existence. So, what are you waiting for? Are you ready to explore the mysteries of the mind and unlock the hidden potential of your own consciousness? If you're fascinated by the mind-bending possibilities of telepathy and the interconnectedness of consciousness, I encourage you to delve deeper into the work of Dr. Jacobo Grinberg and other researchers in this field. You can find his books, articles, and interviews online, and explore the growing body of research on telepathy and consciousness. And if you're looking for a community of like-minded individuals who are passionate about exploring the mysteries of the mind, I invite you to join our Beyond the Pathway community. Here, we discuss all things related to consciousness, spirituality, and personal growth. We share ideas, insights, and experiences, and we support each other on our journey of self-discovery. So, what are you waiting for? Join us and let's explore the limitless potential of the human mind. I hope this revised conclusion is even more engaging and impactful. Let me know what you think.